Armstrong inside of row 2. Chris Pagel has got the 5 car back going and he's out of position number 4. That is Steve Van Zeelen, Tim Walters and Alan Schultz. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to feel the rumble of the V8 engines. They're coming through turns 3 and 4. Lights are out, we're going racing this time. Green flag, we're racing at turn number 1. It's an even start between Jenna. Jenna goes hard into turn 1. He will take it around the outside of Pagel. Pagel fights back up the inside. He will take position number 2 as Jenna jumps to the lead.
Carter Armstrong slots down into 3rd spot. And the second of the 2 Pagels is there in 4th. Walters is there in 5th spot. So we're gone single file, but there's plenty of running in this feature. And the Jenna car is twitching in turns 2 and 3. So he's struggling to get the grips to the track. Changed a lot since they were last out here. And Pagel is racing in 2nd spot.
Carter Armstrong gets all out of shape out of turn number 4 and nearly slaps the wall, but continues on. Gets put in the right direction. As you said, Brendan, that Dominator just very twitchy underneath the right foot. It could be very easy putting down the accelerator. Mark Pagel, as he always does, keeping the car nice and clean, pointing it straight along down the corners. But Carter Armstrong is charging now, trying to get back onto the back of that 23 car.
Does Carter Armstrong have the pace to catch Pagel? And Jenna still leading with a clean set of heels. The car looking a little bit better now than it did in the early stages. But the lap singing by at an alarming rate here. The late models hooking around the Carina clay as Carter Armstrong gets a bit crossed up and loses a bit of ground.
They're all running nice and high against the wall out of turn number 4. There's a lot of grips just up there to see Carter Armstrong finding it and getting a good run down the front straight away. So it's Jenna from Mark Pagel to Carter Armstrong, and it's Chris Pagel. Tim Walters running pretty strong in 5th. He's keeping the car pretty tight, a bit bouncy out of turn number 2. As Van Zeelen and Schultz round out your field. Oh, Carter all out of shape out of turn number 4. Catches it, but here comes Chris Pagel now. Can he get a run up the inside of Armstrong?
Yeah, Armstrong lucky not to put it on the infield there. The car was facing straight towards us here as Mark Pagel is now catching Jenna at the front, so nothing between the top 2. Armstrong settled back down into 3rd, but the top 2 are going to battle this one out.
Mark Pagel, a very experienced campaigner. He hasn't done a lot in late model, he's done a lot in super sedans. He's all over the back of Jenna now. He's just going to his time. He's going to try and find a weakness of Jenna. He's got a fair few laps to go, so he's just going to get up to the back of Jenna, wait for his time and make a move. He can still win this feature race.
Through 3 and 4 they come, nothing between them, less than a car length between the 2 late models. The 23 machine looking the goods in 2nd spot. Drifts back a little bit there. Oh, as the Van Zeelen car moves itself on the infield. It's a big lick of flame as it gets off the exhaust, but thankfully everything's okay in the Van Zeelen car.
Mark Pagel up the inside of Jenna down the front straight away. They're side by side into turn 1. Jenna goes hard into 1. He'll take the position back. Pagel slips back. Can they get a run off turn number 2? Alan Schultz there on the outside of the lap car. Mark Pagel going for a move on Jenna. Jenna dives to the inside and shuts the door on Pagel. Now here comes Armstrong trying to get in on this battle. Jenna gets a good run off turn number 4. So does Pagel and so does Armstrong. So the 3-car battle has continued for the lead. Who will prevail? Here comes Mark Pagel once more. He's up the inside of Jenna down into turn number 3. Jenna shuts the door and holds on position 1 for the time being.
What has Pagel got as Armstrong now comes underneath Mark Pagel? They're going to run side by side for seconds, but Armstrong goes well deep into turns 1 and 2 and slots himself up into 2nd spot. Pagel not too happy with that move. He's got some work to do to get back to the front.
Pagel had to back out of it there to avoid a bit of contact with 35. Now here comes Carter. The car's not quite where he wanted to, but he's pushing as hard as he can. He's chasing the 91 of Jenna as they head through turns number 1 and 2. And it's Tattersalls turn 2 they come now. Armstrong closing the gap down the back straight away. There's only a car that separates them now. Armstrong's known as the aggressor. He's the Caloundra kid. He's coming here with some killer instinct. He's ready to make a move on the 91 of Jenna.
Into 1 and 2 once again. And Armstrong all over the back of Jenna. Pagel's not out of this one yet, so a 3-car battle for the lead. They're going to come to the back of Walters very soon. Oh, the Jenna car gets all out of shape. That's Armstrong up beside him. Can't get the job done that time.
Carter drives into the door of the 91, and that just ruins the run of the 35. He slots back into position now. He closed the door once again. Jenner's getting a good run now. He just needs to be careful at exit of 4. Armstrong hits a couple of bumps and loses all his momentum. So Jenner will hold the lead as they head down into turn number 1 for another time. He's got his other car, the 0 car, driven by Timmy Walters tonight to negotiate. Walters holds the inside line and Jenner goes high around the outside of him. He puts the lap car between him and Armstrong. He's got the advantage at the moment now. Here comes Carter around the outside of the 0, so does Mark Pagel. So the 3 negotiate the lap traffic very well. The race is still on for the lead.
3 to go. 3 left in this one, so not a whole lot left. Armstrong gets a bit out of shape, washes up, lets Pagel underneath, lets Jenner escape the clutches. So with 2 laps left to run, Jenner's in prime position to take home the checker.
Jenner runs up against the wall out of exit of 2. Armstrong now closes the gap on him. Jenner goes nice and high through 3 and 4. Armstrong goes up the inside and the door that's side by side down the front straight. Who will it be in turn 1? Jenner tries to close the door. Armstrong argues the point down in turn number 1 and 2. White flag is 1 time to go down the back straight. Armstrong gets a run down the back. Jenner goes around the outside. Can he hold on? He tucks it back up the inside. Switcher of job. He goes from the inside. He will take the win. Mark Pagel goes in second. Your feature race winner, it's Michael Jenner. Third to be Carter Armstrong as he grinds to a halt.
Front suspension has all let go on the front of that car.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? You know what?
Feature race.
Oh,
I think if that suspension didn't let go, I don't think Jenner was going to get back underneath.
no, neither do I.
I think
Wow.
it actually broke going into turn 3, and that's why he drifted high. And
If that's not a summary of our night of racing, I don't know what is. The last corner, the last lap. Ladies and gentlemen, he led most of the race, but he didn't have it all his own way. Give it up for your feature race winner. It's Michael Jenner!
Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
Come on, folks, put your hands together for him. He is pumped with this one.
that was a great drive.
Oh,
When your luck's in, your luck's in. When your luck's out, wow.
he was disappointed not being the highest points qualifier for tonight's feature. I tell you what, he won't be anything